Hello everyone, and now welcome to, well, a game between Focus and Moon taking place here on Terranistan. Some people once asked me, or I'll talk a little bit about random stuff as I move the mouse around just because, well, it's the early portion of the game, and you guys pretty much know what's happening here. Alright, so I did move my webcam off, or, well, now I'm actually covering the timer. Some people asked me to do that. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those like giant green backdrops behind me, and well, and pop-ups also appear on here, unfortunately. But overall, things are pretty good. And if you guys, I don't know, do you guys really care that you guys can see my Hex posters in the background and some board games up top and all that other stuff back over here? Does it really bother you? If it does, you're I just gotta believe you're a little bit oversensitive. And if it doesn't, well, then why am I even bother talking about it? Doesn't really make any sense. But what does make sense is this Ancient of War being positioned off to the north. It is going to go ahead and train up an archer. Most likely a demon hunter will be making its way out. And then, well, we'll be having a little bit of fun. All right, back across over here, we are going to be looking at a Blade Master going up. We see the Voodoo Lounge, the barracks. The Voodoo Lounge is a bit earlier than I would have suspected. I do believe we are going to be delayed on that second Orc Burrow because you don't want to really delay tech to tier 2. Based on the timing of the Voodoo Lounge, I'm assuming the Blade Master is going to go ahead, sell that Scroll of Town Portal, pick up a Clarity Potion, two healing salves, maybe a speed scroll, and then make his way off to the north. He may not even try and clear out any of this particular creep camp or this down over here. He may want to try and go straight up harassment, and that's really what the Wisp coming in from Moon is looking for. Focus is going to be wandering around over here. You can see that the Archer is doing a great job maximizing its damage across all of these rogues here. The Archer can now move across here, and that would actually be a very, very smart move. But the Archer does not want to get damage kills onto those rogues, and there you see the rogues pretty much getting cleaned up by Moon, as Moon very efficiently cleans up this creep camp. Meanwhile, where is the Blade Master? Blade Master is, where is he? Okay, maybe I should be switching to off over here. Do I see the Blade Master now? Yeah, now I see the Blade Master. I forgot I need to keep track of the Blade Master and turn and have my view on, well, the Orc player, just because Fog of War and Sight, I do not get to see where the Blade Master is on the mini-map. Back off to the north here, Demon Hunter going to pull back the rest of this particular creep camp. Blade Master has picked up a very strong Claws of Attack +6, most likely walking his way over. Gonna wind walk now, heal up a little bit, but most likely try and steal some experience. The Sasquatch is going to be that primary target that he wants to try and take out. No, going straight after the Wisp first. Ancient of War gets taken down. There is a devastating blow. Dust of Appearance was used by the Demon Hunter to reveal that Blade Master, as the Blade Master tries to go after the Archer. Archer gets enough of that Moonwell juice just in time as the Blade Master looks to back off. Mana burn was successful, burning off all of that mana, as you would suspect from a mana burn, as the Blade Master now, well, using a healing salve. Oh, gonna get poked down by the Archer and then Shadow Meld for good measure. Alright, that Shadow Meld, or that Archer, essentially dealing 33 gold worth of damage, stopping that healing salve, and now that Blade Master will be forced to use one, or just let natural regeneration take its course. Blade Master down across here does have a couple of healing salve charges, gonna use the help from a Grunt, get that extra bit of damage to finish off the Assassin. Most likely will end up backing away, trying to heal back up the remaining items, but he does get 2 Claws of Attack +6. At +12 damage, we know how strong a Blade Master is when he does have damage scaling items. Boots of Quelt the Loss and items like that do tend to pose a bit of a problem, as the Blade Master now looks to finish off the kobolds off over here to the south side. Demon Hunter similarly doing things off to the north, does have sentry wards. What item will be dropped? What item will be sold? There's the Dust of Appearance picking up that Mantle of Intelligence. The Demon Hunter is going to be very low on life though, as it is nightfall, and he does in fact have 4 Moonwells up to be at a maximum 50 supply. Let's take a look at the total population limits, 19 compared to 26. We are going to be looking at the Orc player in just a moment, getting up that, or the Tauren Chieftain, excuse me, and now also getting the Spirit Lodge and that Bestiary. Meanwhile, back down to the south, the Blade Master looking to clear up the forest trolls at this creep camp. And the Tauren Chieftain, most likely with Endurance Aura and Shockwave, will have a very, very fun time trying to target practice against those Druids of the Talon. Beastmaster is out on the field now. Is it going to try and heal up some of those units? You can see the units are now looking to pull back here. And the reason why you want to kind of just Congo line this position is that the units are out of position and they're walking back home. Also, in this situation, you are actually fighting with your back up against the wall here, as opposed to being able to be flanked by your opponent if he does in fact show up. Archer having a very, very bad day, down to 69 hit points. Maybe forced to Shadow Meld here in just a moment. Where's the Archer going? Archer now running home. Quill Beast adding in a little bit of extra damage, as that Quill Beast does get... Nope, not yet. Not taken down as of yet. Demon Hunter now making its way down to the south, as it looks as though the Beastmaster is not going to be going after that final Kobold Geomancer. Tauren Chieftain, with the help of some grunts, clearing out the 5-3-3 creep camp down to the south. Meanwhile, Focus pretty much going after the majority of the difficult creep camps. Gonna get a Boots of Quel'Tha Loss. Wow, what is that? Healing Salve. That was perfect timing right there. Using the Healing Salve, then using the Windwalk, then going back for the Boots of Quel'Tha Loss, as that Blade Master has a minimum damage of 49 at level 3. Very, very high damage indeed, plus 20, and that is, if you remember, without Kodos. Those Kodos are going to be able to increase that damage even further, as the Demon Hunter may get taken down. Wow, that last miss, absolutely critical there, as we're now looking at the Blade Master going after some units. All right, trying to get some slice and dice onto some units there. Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 2. There is an Archer hidden down across here, but wow, that Demon Hunter played it extremely close, got out alive, but Moon, well, he definitely dodged a bullet there. We'll see if that continues to be the case. You can see the Demon Hunter now making its way over, trying to go after this Sentry Ward. He doesn't want his opponent to know what is going on in his own neck of the woods. As you see, that is the case. Back down to the south, Enforcer will get taken down. Tome of Knowledge will be picked up by that Tauren Chieftain, and we'll see whether or not we have any sort of expansions. Moon is known as the 5th race playing Night Elf significantly differently than many others, as the Blade Master gets mana burned down again. He does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, and the Blade Master, unlike many other heroes, is still extremely dangerous without mana. Back down to the south here, you can see the Raiders getting a good ensnare. Tauren Chieftain now sitting up at level 3. A level 3 Tauren Chieftain with level 2 Shockwave most likely, and the Druids of the Talon that are currently being trained and upgrading to mastery training, well, we'll have to be extremely, extremely careful. Let's take a look at how things will be unfolding, as the majority of the major creep camp creeps have been cleared out. Only a Kobold Taskmaster left here, and I think that is the last level 5 creep on the map. The level 5 creeps on this map dropping the best items. Spirit Lodge, training up some Spirit Walkers, not training up any additional units from the Bestiary right now, sitting at 46 over 50. Moon sitting at 33 over 50, as we could be looking at another easy creep camp clear. Blade Master, Tauren Chieftain both sitting at 3. If they both get to 4 and then 5 respectively, that is going to be extremely dangerous. That Blade Master with either level 3 Windwalk or more likely level 3 Critical Strike will be able to get into the stratosphere in terms of damage, getting somewhere into the 250 range, especially as it's already triple damage at the 210 range on the high side. Wand of Mana Stealing picked up by the Tauren Chieftain. Are we seeing a Kodo? No, we are not. No Kodos as of yet, as a Pocket Factory now attempting to finish off this Great Hall. All right, this is absolutely hilarious. This Great Hall being forced to get canceled just because of one Pocket Factory dealing a good bit of damage. Blade Master going to go after the Pocket Factory here. You can see a new Great Hall will be placed down, as the economic game is going to come to fruition. We are going to be looking at well, 2 bases most likely, unless Moon is able to stop his opponent's expansion or at least set up one of his own. We don't see any Trees of Life being placed down anywhere, and scouting is going to be key in this upcoming fight. Blade Master heading back off to the north. Tauren Chieftain now wandering around once again. We are looking at the Demon Hunter making its way down to the south. He does have an Orb of Venom. We do see Druids of the Talon. And here we go. Here comes the fight. We are only at Stronghold. We are also getting Pillage. So if this turns into a base race, well, the team that gets more gold out of attacking generally is the victor. Back down across here. Demon Hunter going to come across. Orc Burrow number 1 now taken down. Are we going after more Orc Burrows? Yes, we are. Orc Burrow number 2 going to get taken down as 2 Moonwells. 1 Moonwell that was absolutely full, getting suffering a lot of damage there. Who won out in the end? I'm not 100% sure. Pillage could have been completed, and if it was completed, then I would say Focus came out ahead. 2 Orc Burrows versus 2 Moonwells. One of those Moonwells were absolutely full to the brim, and because of that, well, significant healing was lost. Both players now upside down on supply as new Moonwells are being placed down and new Orc Burrows. No tech to tier 3. Bestiary not training up anything either, as I mentioned moments ago, we are upside down on supply. Goblin Tinker going to go ahead and go after this creep camp here. Beastmaster just joining in on the fight. Why not? Most likely will not get to level 3, but wants that little bit of chance as we see a Cyclone come into play. Raiders are all right here as we see a beautiful Staff of Preservation. The Raiders are trying to engage. Blade Master is going to go ahead and get an ensnare. There's a Cyclone picking up the unit as we see the units now fighting back. Demon Hunter trying to get a Mana Burn off. Druid of the Talon somehow stays alive as the Blade Master doesn't get Fairy Fired. Without Fairy Fire, that Blade Master is not revealed. And not knowing where a Blade Master is, well, half the problem when trying to deal with a very gung-ho Blade Master. Blade Master, however, going to come across, pick up a Tome of Agility, extra point of damage. Why not? And, well, when it does get a critical strike, know that 1 point of damage turns into 3 extra points of damage. And we'll see if that makes any big difference coming up. All right, Druids of the Talon going after these peons. Peons actually spreading damage across multiple units. Sometimes you want the peons. You do not want the peons to be taking the damage. In that case, that peon was sharing some of his damage across probably more important units as the Demon Hunter now in a little bit of trouble. All right. Is it going to use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability? Yes, it will. Going after some units. Beastmaster trying to engage off over here. Pocket Factory blocking a bit of a wall as we do have a beautiful Shockwave dealing a lot of damage across the center. Another Scroll of Healing being used there and a lot of disenchants being used across multiple people. 3 Druids of the Talon were able to pick up those Raiders only to have that disenchanted at the same time. So far, 2 once again being dropped back down as the Raiders are coming to go after those Druids of the Talon with proper ensnares and siege damage. Beastmaster, Staff of Preservations. I believe the Demon Hunter back home. Is the Goblin Tinker going to have anywhere to run? Yes, Potion of Healing. He stays alive ever so barely as he almost gets taken down, only to be sliced down by that Blade Master after a Windwalk strike and a critical strike. Raiders going to go ahead and continue that pressure onto all of the Druids of the Talon. The Druids of the Talon standing their ground, knowing every bit of damage counts, and well, the Raiders are falling fairly fast as well. Is it going to get taken down? Yes, it will. All right, Tauren Chieftain now up to level 4. Fairy Dragons now trying to run away as we are looking at the overall supply count, 40 to 38. Blade Master now back up in the air as the Druids of the Talon could just be trying to get extra damage here again. Quill Beast could get taken down. Beastmaster, Beastmaster currently not in... Is he not in play? Is he being resurrected? No, he is off to the north, hiding with his tail between his legs, not wanting to engage just quite yet. That earlier Moonwell that was completely drained without healing units, that is how important mana and mana conservation efforts are in Warcraft 3. Losing that nearly full Moonwell is setting back all of Moon's healing, and by setting back the healing, he's also setting back the timing. He's not able to engage out right now, and if he's unable to venture forth, we see additional creeping happening for the Orc player to get that much more of an advantage. Great Hall now being added. My daughter currently in the background. Hello, Arya. Hi, I will tie that for you in just a second. All right, as we are looking at the Blade Master, making sure that there is no Wisp off over here, and if there is one, it isn't building some sort of ancient protector in that back line. Okay, the wisp is ensnared. Is it going to be able to detonate in time? It looks like it should be able to do exactly that. Or is it actually going to fall? Oh, no, there's the detonation. Trying to get every second of usefulness out of that wisp. Excuse me? What's detonate? Detonate is the ability of a wisp to remove mana from opposing units and also dispelling buffs and debuffs. But the wisp ends up dying in the process. It dies, but it does not give experience to the opponent. Okay?
Hey, look at Jackie.
Yep. Oh, what? That's a hawk. Anyways, let's go ahead and... Oh, there's the fairy dragon right there. It will be using that mana flare ability. Blade Master low on mana. And a Blade Master low on mana surrounded by units. That is just absolutely, absolutely deadly. As you see the Blade Master getting picked back up. The problem right now, though, is that you aren't engaging while the Blade Master is out of action. That's really what you want to be doing, as you see a shockwave go across multiple dots. All right, there goes the Blade Master again. Raiders are trying to engage once more. Tauren Chieftain is going to be picked up. Are we going to see another shockwave? There's a Scroll of Healing. There's a shockwave. Not really taking down that many units, but then again, it is going to turn into that war of attrition. Who's going to lose too much faster? And then if you lose too much too quickly, things start to snowball out of control. The Spirit Walkers are in the back with that range attack, getting in a lot of damage here. The Raiders are starting to deplete in number. And while you cannot live off of Spirit Walkers alone, the Druids of the Talon, I believe, actually outdamage them in terms of overall supply and cost, especially since you are able to pick up those units and also grant Fairy Fire to those units as well. Spirit Link, yes, does also prevent some of that damage, but it more spreads out the damage than actually mitigate the damage, or amplify the damage, such as that -5 armor. That's a Pocket Factory. Pocket Factory now coming out, making Clockwork Goblins. They do explode on death. I believe that's only a level 1 Clockwork Factory, as the Demon Hunter in a little bit of trouble. Down to 472. There's a Scroll of Healing. He still has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, which he quaffs just in time. They are now going to be engaging back and forth. That's all you can really do when your opponent uses a Potion of Invulnerability. You shake it off, run back home, and hope that it doesn't do too much. Blade Master actually windwalking through a Pocket Factory. I didn't think that was possible, as it should be considered a building. Anyways, Demon Hunter now coming across, getting a mana burn onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain going after and taking down the Beastmaster. Continuing the fight still. Blade Master is up in the air. Tauren Chieftain does not have the Wand of Mana Stealing, but is sitting at level 4, very close to level 5, as Spirit Walkers are now falling as well. Raiders falling, Spirit Walkers falling. What is going to be happening as the Forest Troll Berserker in that backfield, that little bit of range, doing so much. All right, Tauren Chieftain down to 60, 35 hit points. The Fairy Dragon may be able to get the final blow. No, Goblin Tinker trying to chase after. And that one Tauren Chieftain is just trying to get away. Running away. That Endurance Aura is doing so much. Using a Potion of Healing, and now a level 2 Goblin Tinker versus a level 4 Tauren Chieftain, while the Tauren Chieftain does have Fairy Fire on him. Back across over here, Blade Master finishes off the Demon Hunter, finishes off a Druid of the Talon as one Forest Troll Berserker goes down. How much time was invested in order to take down the Tauren Chieftain, only to see that it didn't get taken out. Very, very devastating blow right there. There's the Tauren Chieftain down to 113 again. Are we perhaps going to see some damage absorbed by the Tauren Chieftain? Perhaps far too much. This could be bad news. Tauren Chieftain trying to run away, down to 44 hit points. It gets Cyclone. Blade Master is there. Damage is starting to get added back up. Tauren Chieftain down to 58 hit points. Spirit Link down to 31, 32. Trying to get away, and, well, Ender said it best. Movement absolutely critical in war, as the Tauren Chieftain is going to try and buy another potion. All right, there you go. Tauren Chieftain running around the Goblin Merchant Shop. And now absolutely in trouble. Staff of Teleportation. Is it going to be able to teleport out? Yes, he will. He does it in time, casting the Staff of Teleportation shortly after the Ensnare goes down. That split second between the Ensnare going down. Ensnare stops a channeling ability, but it doesn't stop a channeling ability once... it doesn't stop you from channeling an ability next. Supply count actually shows a different story. 40 over 60 compared to 25 over 70. How is this possible? Moon lost the battle. Yeah, those are all Wisp inside. But the Druids of the Talon are all saved. Where?
Those white stuff that's coming towards us.
This guy? Nope, that's the opponent. Blade Master looking to rush on in right now is revealed. There's that fairy fire. The Hawk able to reveal right there. Blade Master now going after the Altar of Elders. You see the Blade Master is sitting at level 6. Are we going to perhaps see a Blade Storm? Blade Storm would be perfect right now. Not quite sure. Well, he probably... Oh, nope. There's the Blade Storm coming across, slicing and dicing. Gonna take out the Altar of Elders. 2 Moonwells. And now retreat. All right. That was a devastating blow. Losing the Demon Hunter, who was so close. And now that 28 supply count looks so much stronger while he has a level 6 Blade Master. Is that your first time seeing a Blade Storm?
I never saw it.
Oh, now you saw it. Was that awesome?
I went like,
Ah. All right. Tauren Chieftain now coming back across over here. Blade Master. Blade Master, Raider, Spirit Walker now heading back off to the north. We'll see what the Druids of the Talon are going to do. Clockwork Goblins ready to engage, and I love casting with my daughter nearby. She enjoys my casting and, well, enjoys video games, perhaps. Am I training her incorrectly? I don't know. I'll probably have a parenting class on this later. Anyways, Tauren Chieftain and Blade Master ready to engage. The Blade Master is going to land. It does not have enough mana, but a shockwave goes across all the Tauren Chieftains, or all the Druids of the Talon. Tauren Chieftain able to break free. But the units are still in a massive, massive run. Is that Spirit Walker going to get taken down? No, it is not. Tauren Chieftain now picked up again. Blade Master is still there, as the Tauren Chieftain is going to have to fight his way out of a paper bag. Well, and that paper bag is a bunch of Druids of the Talon, but that bag is thick. Tauren Chieftain down to 217 hit points. Uses a potion. Uses a potion of lesser invulnerability. Has a scroll of healing as well. All the units are just standing by, standing around, ready to go. Clockwork Goblins are dropping. Tauren Chieftain could get taken down. Tauren Chieftain gets taken down as the Blade Master now in a massive run again. Tauren Chieftain falls at level 5. Goblin Tinker at 3. Beastmaster at 4. No sign of a Demon Hunter as of yet, as the Tree of Eternity now marching onwards to another expansion location. Blade Master at level 6 with plus 20 damage. Still may not be able to carry the rest of this team. The team on his back, they just simply may be too heavy, as you now have the Beastmaster the Blade Master trying to dodge his way through all of this. You can see Spirit Walker right there could get taken down. That's a free and easy kill. There it is. There it goes. But it does allow the Blade Master to escape. Raiders are now trying to run away. All of the Druids of the Talon low on mana. That's the issue right now, as they are running back every which way. All right. Quill Beast now heading back down. Who is going to be the victor, as we do have an expansion off over here currently being constructed. Meanwhile, the Tree of Eternity is trying to entangle that gold mine. Wisp now heading back off to the north. Blade Master heading back down to the south. As the Quill Beast is getting every bit of damage as it can. 20 compared to 29. Spirit Walker is right there. Remaining rest of the army trying to show up to the party as the Blade Master goes after the Quill Beast, only to see him disappear in a moment's notice. All right, Clockwork Goblin. Oh, it's Staff of Preservation, I guess, saving or getting back home, taking down the Raider that's attempting to take down the Tinker. Meanwhile, back down here, a Pocket Factory may be able to finish off the Great Hall, and there's the game. Moon winning that game, even though he had a lesser score and did not have a level 6 hero. Absolutely, and didn't have his Demon Hunter.
what's a demon hunter?
The Demon Hunter is that guy. Do you want to say bye? All right, say bye.
Bye.
All right, bye everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.